Hello and welcome to this lesson on measuring volume. Right, what do we mean by volume? Simply that we're talking about a 3D object and that it is enclosed by the space that is enclosed by a 3D object. Right, it is usually calculated by multiplying the three dimensions of the object by each other. In other words, we're talking about the length of an object, the breadth of the length, the breadth, and the height of an object. That is when we talk about the volume, the space that's inside of a pod. So when we're talking, let's say, about a phone or something like that, whatever the space that's inside of this phone, that would be classified as its volume. Right, if we use a container to calculate its volume, in other words, when you're looking out for a liquid type of volume, we're basically working out the capacity. The main units of volume are as follows: cubic millimeters, cubic centimeters, cubic meters, and cubic kilometers. All right. If we use capacity, it will be millimeters, liters, and kiloliters. Now you'll find that in grade 11, we're going to use more of the capacity units instead of the solid units. Right, so let's have a look at an example. All right. Let's say I give you that and I say to you that's 150 mils of milk, and there's a recipe that I want to use that requires 200 millimeters of milk. Now the question is there enough milk for this recipe? The answer is no, because you need an extra 50 mils that is needed. So you have the amount of milk alongside. Is this enough for the recipe? No. If not, how much milk do you need? We need 50 mils extra. Right, how many cups of can be filled using a 2-liter container? Now here, we need to know that there's a conversion that between milliliters and liters, which is 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So what we have to do over here is convert the 2 liters into milliliters first, which means we have to say 2 liters times by 1,000 gives me 2,000 milliliters. So you need to know that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So 2 liters will be 2,000. Now we say, right, how many 250s can go into 2,000? Now that means we're going to say 2,000 divided by 250, which is equal to 8. Next example. Table needs to make concrete. The concrete mixture he buys has a ratio of 1 to 3, which means 1 liter of gravel to 3 liters of water. If he needs 1 meter cubed of concrete, how much gravel does he need? Now here, we need to know that 1 meter cubed is equal to 1,000 liters. All right, so basically we have to split this 1,000 liters into gravel and into water. Now, to do that, we're going to share into this ratio. Now, you'll remember from grade 10, you've learned about how to share in a ratio, which means we have to add those together first, right, which is 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. And then to find out how much gravel is needed, we're going to say, right, 1 of the 4 is needed. So in other words, we're going to say 1/4 times by 1,000 is equal to 250 liters of gravel. Now, if you wanted to work out how much water is needed, all you can do is simply say 3/4 times by 1,000, or simply work out what is 1,000 minus 250. Now, a big thing that you're going to need to learn in grade 11 is about alcohol blood concentration, or BAC levels. Now, what is this? Basically, if you go out drinking, all right, now obviously in grade 11, you shouldn't be doing that. But when you get to be 18 or over, you'll be allowed to drink. Now, when you go drink, what happens is the alcohol in the drinks affects your blood concentration. In other words, it affects your ability to be able to move, to be able to think, and also the ability to drive. Now, what happens is, this is how it works. In alcohol blood concentration, this is basically how much alcohol is in the blood system. Now, what we do is we measure it in terms of milligrams per 100 milliliters of blood, which means if I say to you that the blood alcohol level is 0.1, it just means 0.1 milliliters of alcohol is in 100 mils of blood. So 0.1 milligrams is in 100 mils of blood. So when we talk about the legal limit, all right, remember it is illegal to drive in South Africa when you're under the influence of alcohol. So now you're allowed to have a certain amount of alcohol in your system to be able to drive. Okay, now in South Africa, the legal limit is currently 0.05 milligrams per 100 mils of blood for the drivers and 0.02 milligrams per 100 mils for professional drivers. Okay, so if I want to ask, when you ask doing these questions, have a look at these questions and answer them for me. Now, the main thing that you need to remember is that when you're looking at these questions, you first of all need to see if you need to change them into the particular units, like for example, liters into milliliters, for example, for number 2. For number 3, you have to first work out how much is the actual concentration in the person before you work out if it's in the legal limit. The same goes for number 4. All right. Try them out, and then we'll basically go through it as soon as possible. Okay.